Oh, hi, I'm Sailor Venus Mina, and I'm Artemis. And today we're going to talk about something that, always need to be talked about. Alright, we always talked about this webstead called SailorMoonTV.com. And how at first we were saying how good it was, and you should. Well, it has hang-ups, as we mentioned, and all the other you know, and all the other films that we talked about. One of its big hang-ups is crashing. Well, yeah, it did crash once for a month. At first, everything would be going good for about 2 months. And then one day, it couldn't play nothing for a whole day. Then, after that, it would then couldn't play nothing. And then it would play again. Then it crashed. This is like a month. And then it came back, and then for about 3 or 4 days, for a week, it was good. Then it couldn't play stuff again. And it couldn't play stuff again for at least months afterwards. So it's not even, so you can't even really depend on it. I mean, it's not really that good. It's it's truly sad, and I'm not making it up. And of course, there are some out there who are going to say, "Oh, it's a good webstead." Yeah, when it runs right, and it doesn't, and it rarely ever bloody runs right. You take a webstead that it crashes, they can't play nothing, and then it crashes right, and then after a month, you only get it going good for maybe a week, and then it crashes again. So you tell me how good that is or not. All right. And then it says, then it states, then it can't play shit for at least months. So you tell me, how good is it? It ain't really, not really that good. And crashing and shit not playing isn't the only hang up that SailorMoonTV.com will have. One day, Toei is going to seek out the webstead. Or if they haven't seeked it out, one day they will. Yeah, you're right, Sailor Venus. One day they will seek it out. It's not like the owner has a way to keep his or her webstead from not being seen from anyone who's doing a search. All right? One day Toei is going to come upon it, sadly. And when Toei comes upon it and sees all the stuff that this owner who lives in Canada, because that's where the owner lives at, has put up there without asking them, they're going to be in a lawful bind with them. And they'll have no pick but to take all that shit down. Now, that happens. It happens a lot, especially on, you don't believe me? Just ask some folks on YouTube who are doing things in fair work, and they get in a bind. And this isn't fair work. These are full follows up here, And we all thought the webstead would be all good and everything. Well, that was our mistake. It's like, oh, here's where you want to watch here you want to watch Pioneer and Cloverway Sailor Moon. Hey, you want to watch Viz? No. Not when it can't play nothing for almost months. I'm not making that up. So you learn not to depend on it. You learn that right off the front, it has hang-ups and it isn't just not just falling apart or not playing anything. So sadly, one day, that's going to happen. So that's basically all we want to talk about in this film here, talking about, SailorMoonTV.com. Probably the last time we will talk about it, and all its hang-ups it has with can't, without being able to play stuff for months, and one day Toby's going to get it for, they're going to get them dead to rights on ownership, or at least this case altogether ownership of the Sailor Moon stuff. Because let's just be earnest here, it is going to happen one day. Might not want it to happen, but it is. I'm Sailor Venus, and you're right about all that stuff, Artemis. You're right about that. I'm Sailor Venus, and I'm Artemis. We'll see you later.